I'd like to share with you some ideas regarding practicing while you're away from the musical instrument that you're currently learning. In this short presentation, I'll talk about features, why it works, what to pay attention to, related experiences, and a good reference to read. Some features. This lets you internalize the learning. You're at the piano, you're playing, then you get away from the instrument, and you do some physical activity other than playing, and as a result, if you pay attention to this, you can internalize what you've been learning while you were at the piano. This lets you extend your practice time, and in fact, it lets you retain much better what you've acquired while you were at the instrument, and it lets you acquire these things while you're in between these at the instrument sessions. It's a very natural way to learn, and we do it automatically. But what I'm asking you to do is consider paying attention to it and actually doing it intentionally. What we're doing is we're resonating a physical activity with a rhythmic activity. And one good physical activity that's useful is walking. For example, when you walk, you set a pace. Left, right, left, right, left. This could become 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and so on. This lets you set the pace while you're reviewing that material that you just worked on while you were at the piano. While you are at the piano, some things to pay attention to, the things that you really want to retain, are what key were you in? This piece that you're learning, what's the tonality? Which notes are sharp and flats? You've got 88 keys in front of you, but only some of them will be used. Only some of them are allowable notes to play. So in this collection, you find out which black notes and white notes you can use. You really pay attention to this. You look at your hands, you look at the keyboard. You find your starting note. Really, really important to know your starting note for that tonality. And as you're playing, pay attention to your hand positions. Look at them, see what it is you're doing. You've got a start note. Did I go to the left or did I go to the right to find my next note? And so on. There are some experiences that you've probably had that you can relate to. I've got a couple of them. One of them is my experience with massage as a massage student. I was in Santa Fe, New Mexico, attending a 3-weekend workshop on traditional Japanese massage at the New Mexico Academy of Healing Arts. And during the lunch break, on each of those weekend days, I would go for a walk in the Santa Fe town, and as I would walk, I would invariably review and redo and actually experience giving the massage following the cadence of my steps. This let me absorb the sequence much quicker, and I can relate this to learning a song or learning to play a musical instrument. Also, while I was in Aikido, as an Aikido student, I learned katas, particular two-person katas, for the Jo and for the Boken. Same thing. While off the mat, while walking, it's easy and useful to review and redo the same sequence of events that you did while you were on the mat. A good reference to read regarding these techniques is the book by C.C. Chang called Fundamentals of Piano Practice that he wrote in 2009. He has an active website, and I encourage you to go visit the website. You can download a PDF of his text for free, as well as other information that he provides. I find this a useful read, and in particular, I would point you to page 112 and to page 116. And personally, what I'm noticing more and more as I learn to play a musical instrument is that if I can have a nice, concentrated, intense practice session at the piano and then go for a walk, I can extend that practice session, learn more, learn quicker, learn better, retain more. Thanks for listening to these ideas on practicing while away from the musical instrument, where we've talked about features, why it works, what to pay attention to, related experiences, and a good reference to read. If you have any comments or suggestions, let's talk. All the best, Gerald LeMay.